What if the reason heaven feels silent isn't because God has forgotten you, but because he's trying to awaken you? You keep praying, weeping, fasting, doing everything you know how to do, yet the breakthrough never comes. Doors stay closed, healing delays, provision is withheld. And deep down, even if you never say it out loud, you begin to wonder, is God even listening? But here's the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes unanswered prayers are not about timing. Sometimes they are about alignment. And unless you confront the hidden barriers between you and God, you'll keep circling the same mountain, crying out, with no response. Psalm 66:18 says it without sugarcoating, "If I regard iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me." That's not about being imperfect. It's about clinging to what God already told you to release. You can't hold hands with a secret sin and expect God to bless your public prayers. Maybe it's a relationship you know is toxic, but you stay because you're afraid of being alone. Maybe it's lust you excuse as weakness, though you feed it in private. Perhaps it's resentment masked as boundaries, when in truth, you refuse to forgive. God sees through the surface, right down to the motives you don't want to admit. You can lift holy hands, but if your heart is full of compromise, those hands won't move heaven. And then there's misalignment in motive. You pray for a promotion, but your heart craves validation more than purpose. You ask for a spouse, but your soul isn't ready to serve, only to receive. James 4:3 reveals the core. You ask and do not receive, because you ask with wrong motives, that you may spend what you get on your pleasures. In other words, it's not just what you're asking for, it's why. God is not moved by manipulation. He isn't swayed by desperation when it's disconnected from sanctification. You can cry all night long, but if the root of your request is pride, he'll hold it back. Not to hurt you, but to save you from yourself. Because sometimes, what you call a blessing is a bomb in disguise. God sees the future your eyes can't. He sees how that man you want so badly would eventually break your spirit. He sees how the platform you're begging for would destroy you because your character isn't ready. So instead of answering your prayer, he withholds it, not to punish you, but to protect you. That's why Romans 8:28 says, "All things work together for good," not "all things feel good." Delayed answers are not always denials. They are often divine shields. Another hidden reason your prayers fall flat is because of selective obedience. You follow God when it's convenient, but hesitate when it's costly. You say, "God, use me," but only on your terms. You'll go to church, but won't apologize. You'll give, but only if you have leftovers. You'll worship, but won't let go of that secret bitterness. But delayed obedience